Microsoft found a way to bridge the gap between your PC and your phone, but they also accidentally built a highway for hackers to drive right into your private messages. There is a new version of a remote access tool called CloudZ out in the wild, and it is carrying a malicious plugin specifically designed to hijack the Microsoft Phone Link connection. The goal is simple. They want the sensitive codes sitting on your mobile device. Stay with me, because I'm breaking down every detail of how this mess actually affects you later in the video, so make sure you hit that subscribe button so you won't miss the daily updates like this to stay ahead of them. The scary part isn't just that they are in, it's what they are taking. This malware, which researchers found has been active since at least January, exists for one reason: to steal your credentials and those temporary passcodes, the OTPs, you use to log into your bank or your email. You know how you think you're safe because you have two-factor authentication? Well, if you use Microsoft Phone Link to see text on your computer, that safety net just turned into a trap. Microsoft Phone Link is baked right into Windows 10 and 11. It's that app that lets you make calls and check notifications from your Android or iPhone without touching your phone. It's supposed to be a convenience feature. Instead, it's become a massive security hole. A plugin called Phino is the muscle behind this operation. It doesn't even need to touch your actual phone to get your data. It just sits on your computer and watches. The logic here is a total failure on a fundamental level. By leveraging the way the app works, a hacker can intercept your private messages without ever actually hacking your phone. They don't need to install a single thing on your mobile device. Because you synced your phone to your Windows PC, the messages are already there, sitting in a local SQLite database. Phino just walks in, opens the database, and reads your texts like a bored teenager looking through a sibling's diary. It gets worse when you look at how this thing actually gets onto your system. You aren't being hit by some high-level government exploit. You're being tricked by a fake update. The infection starts when someone executes a fake Screen Connect update. That one click drops a loader written in a language called Rust, which then brings in a second loader that finally installs the CloudZ rat. Once it's in, it sets up a scheduled task so it never leaves. It's persistent. It's like a guest who breaks into your house and then changes the locks so they can stay forever. The people who wrote this aren't amateurs. They built in anti-analysis checks. The malware actually looks at your computer to see if you're a tech expert trying to catch it. It checks for tools like Wireshark, Fiddler, Procmon, and Sysmon. If it sees those running, it stays hidden. It even uses a stopwatch trick to see if it's running in a sandbox, a fake environment used by security researchers. If the timing of the system feels off, it just stops. It's basically playing hide and seek, and it's winning. If you're sitting there thinking, I'm safe, I'm not a target, you're missing the point. This affects anyone using standard Windows features. We've been told for years that syncing our devices makes our lives easier, but big tech forgot to mention it also makes a hacker's job easier. They've simplified the break-in process to the point where they can steal your bank login codes while you're busy responding to a Discord message on your desktop. It's a system collapse of the very trust we put into these ecosystems. Before we get into the actual commands these hackers can run on your machine, which are honestly terrifying, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. We're looking at the raw evidence of how these convenient features are being turned against us, and you won't get this level of honesty from the official patch notes. So, once this CloudZ thing is running on your PC, it's not just looking at your texts. It has full control. It can manage your files, meaning it can delete your photos, download your private documents, or write new malicious files to your drive. It can run shell commands, which is basically like giving the hacker a keyboard and letting them type whatever they want into your computer's brain. It can even start a screen recording. Imagine you're typing in a password or looking at something private, and there's a silent camera recording everything you do, sending it back to a server. This isn't just a data leak, it's a total takeover of your digital life. And all of this happens because a convenience app like Phone Link leaves your data sitting in a file that any malicious plugin can read. The advice from researchers at Cisco Talos is pretty grim. They are literally telling people to avoid SMS-based OTP services. Think about that. The very thing every website tells you to use for security is now considered a risk because of how Windows handles the data. They want you to use hardware keys or authenticator apps that don't use push notifications, because even those notifications can be intercepted by Phino. We've reached a point where the official way to stay connected is the most dangerous way to exist online. Your PC is basically a snitch, handing over your phone's secrets to anyone clever enough to disguise a malware loader as a software update. If you think the Phone Link app is just a handy tool, you need to realize it's actually a wide open window. But the real question is, how does the malware know exactly when to strike? It isn't just guessing. It's actively scanning your Windows sessions to see if you're actually using the app. The code inside the malware shows exactly how it hunts for an active connection before it starts the theft. The code itself reveals exactly how desperate this malware is to find your data. It doesn't just run blindly, it's looking for a specific target. Read that carefully. The script literally says, no active phone link sessions found. And phone link is not running in any Windows session. This is the malware's internal checklist. It is actively checking your computer to see if the phone link app is open. If it's not running, the malware logs that failure. It's essentially standing in your digital hallway, shaking the doorknob to see if the phone link door is unlocked. Once it finds an active session, the code shifts from searching to stealing. The code looks for specific files and paths, checking if they contain the word proxy. If the conditions are met, what the code calls flag 8, flag 9, and flag 10, it triggers a message, may be connected. This is the moment the hacker knows they've hit pay dirt. They aren't just maybe connected to your PC, they are connected to your life. This is where the investigative part of this malware gets really creepy. It doesn't just stop at your texts. The evidence shows that CloudZ can target data stored on web browsers, profile host systems, and execute commands for file management operations, delete, download and write, shell command execution, start screen recording, and plugin management. Think about that for a second. We are talking about a system where a hacker can literally watch your screen in real time while downloading your browser history. If you have passwords saved in your browser, which most of us do, they are cooked. This tool is a complete Swiss Army knife for identity theft. It's a total failure of the walled garden Microsoft tries to sell us. They promised us a seamless experience between our devices, but they forgot to mention that if the seamless bridge is made of glass, everyone can see what's inside. The researchers at Cisco Talos even found that the malware rotates between 3 hard-coded user agent strings to make HTTP traffic appear as legitimate browser requests. This means the malware is pretending to be a normal person browsing the web so your antivirus or firewall doesn't get suspicious. It also includes anti-caching headers to prevent proxy CDNs from C2 or staging server details. Translation: it's covering its tracks so experts can't easily find the command center where your stolen data is being sent. The reality of the situation is simple. Big tech is failing you. They are pushing features like phone link to keep you locked into their system, but they aren't doing the heavy lifting to make sure those features are actually safe. They're handing hackers a manual on how to bypass two-factor authentication, when the fix from experts is to avoid SMS-based OTP services entirely. You know the situation is beyond a simple patch. It's a security risk that shouldn't exist in the first place. Why are we still being told to use these sync features when the evidence shows they are basically homing beacons for rats like CloudZ? It's a joke. Your PC is now a liability for your phone, and your phone is a liability for your PC. But the most insulting part isn't just that they can see your texts. It's what they can do to your computer once they decide they're done with you. The final layer of this mess is how the malware handles its own survival. It isn't just a simple virus. It's a professional-grade tool that knows exactly how to hide from the people trying to stop it. The evidence is right there. It explicitly checks for analysis tools like Wireshark, Fiddler, Procmon, and Sysmon. If you're a regular person, you probably don't have those running, which means the malware feels perfectly safe on your machine. It also checks for VM and sandbox-related strings. This is the malware being smart. It knows that if it's being run in a sandbox, a safe, isolated test environment, it's about to be caught. So it just refuses to show its true face. It's a coward that only attacks when it knows nobody is watching. Look at the code in the screenshot. It's a list of targets: Perfmon, Taskmon, Sysmon, Debugger, Analyzer, Procmon, Wireshark, Fiddler, TCPView, Regmon, Filemon. If any of these are running, the code returns false and stops the infection. It's a no-go list. The malware is literally scanning your list of running programs, and if it sees even a hint of a security tool, it stays silent. It's hiding in plain sight, waiting for you to close your guard. This is why this whole phone link situation is so cooked. We have a piece of software built by Microsoft that is so predictable and its data so poorly protected that a script can be written to just sit and wait for the database to open. The malware doesn't have to be a genius. It just has to be patient. When you see that CloudZ can terminate the rat process or load, remove, save to disk plugins, you realize the hackers have a better remote control setup for your computer than you do. They can update their own virus while it's inside your machine. It's a system collapse of the convenience we were promised. We wanted to see our texts on a bigger screen. What we got was a way for strangers to watch our screens while stealing our bank codes. It's time to stop pretending that syncing everything is the future. Right now, the future looks like a hacker in another country reading your two-factor codes before you even see them on your phone. If big tech can't protect a basic SQLite database from a plugin like Pheno, they have no business asking us to link our most sensitive devices together. It's a failure, plain and simple. So, here is the real question. Is the convenience of responding to a text from your laptop worth the risk of someone recording your screen and draining your bank account? Drop a comment below and let me know if you're disabling phone link after seeing this code. I know I am. Hit that subscribe button if you're tired of these features being turned into weapons. I'll catch you in the next one.